Hey guys, this is Xavier with Notebooks.com, and I'm with Jason Parrish of Lenovo, and this is a brand new X1 Carbon. It's the latest ThinkPad that's an ultra portable. It doesn't look small, and that's because it has a 14-inch display, but once you close this thing up and look at it through its side, it is super, super thin. It weighs just about 3 pounds, so it is thin and light without it having that extra girth that you see on a typical enterprise notebook. But tell me a little bit more about this notebook, Jason.
Yeah, this is the X1 Carbon is really a notebook designed for people on the go. We call it Carbon because not only is it black, but we use carbon fiber to get that super lightweight.
I mean, it feels a lot lighter than it looks. I mean, this is not a small notebook. This display is 14 inches. It's about the same as what you see on everyone else's corporate notebook when you fly.
Exactly.
But I noticed the bezel here is pretty thin, and in fact, it looks about the same size as the original X1.
Yeah, it's actually similar or even smaller footprint than the original X1, but a larger screen. You also, when you look at the screen, not only did we move to a matte screen, but it's HD plus, so 1600 by 900, wide viewing angle, so it's really a tremendous display.
Now the original X1 we really liked, but we had that glare problem. So if you're at an airport and you're not lucky enough to get the right seat, all of a sudden you're sitting on the floor with your back turned to the window so you can see your display.
Right, so that's why we have the matte screen on the X1 Carbon.
And that's a great choice and I just can't get over how thin this is. Now another nice thing about this hinge here is a lot of notebooks, they stop right about here, right?
Correct.
When you fold it back, but if you're in a tight space while you're traveling in a cab or something, you can actually go all the way flat so you can see the screen properly.
Exactly. It's an element that ThinkPads have always had, and something that we wanted to maintain even in this new Ultrabook form factor.
And now, since this is a business notebook, I assume you still have a lot of the security that you'd find in your bigger notebooks, right?
Exactly. We have all the same security and manageability features that you would expect in a ThinkPad.
So we still have a lock slot, of course, on the outside, and I assume the same guts on the inside in terms of protection.
Exactly. Same BIOS features. We even offer vPro on this product for enterprise customers.
Fingerprint scanner here.
Exactly.
And this is, like I said, it's a super, super thin, super light. I mean, holding it here with 2 fingers, no problem whatsoever. I just can't do that with a T400.
You can't.
So tell me about the 14-inch screen a little bit more. I assume a lot of your customers were asking for that?
Well, when we looked at the super thin form factors and we looked at what was the right design, we felt that the 14-inch screen was really a nice way to keep that thin light footprint, but a big screen, whether you're working on Excel or watching a video with the wide viewing angles and the high resolution panel. We really feel like it's a great solution for our customers.
Now, speaking of being on the go, this has integrated wireless, right? And you don't have to sign up for a contract, which is something that's kind of nice. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we have 3G on this product, something you don't find in a lot of super thin and light notebooks. We do have a contract-free solution as well that we'll be making available on the X1. And what that lets you do is pay as you go. Basically a pay-as-you-go service called Lenovo Mobile Access.
That's great. So if you're out of the office 1 week a year, you're not paying continuously $30, $60 a month for wireless. And tell me a little bit more about this keyboard here.
Yeah, so with the X1 last year, we introduced a new keyboard. We got a lot of great feedback about it. People really liked it. We've actually done some improvements.
And that's more controversial than you would think, right? Messing with a ThinkPad keyboard.
Well, it's something that we, is really a core brand element for us. So we wanted to make sure we retain that great typing feel, but in a more modern design. So the keys are actually a little bit larger, but the feel is still maintained. One thing you'll see here is we still have the backlit capability. We've also maintained the microphone mute, speaker mute, and dedicated audio controls. Something that we think is important, particularly if you're using the notebook as a communication tool. You have that quick access to mute just like you do on your phone.
Now, you mentioned to me earlier that you upgraded the webcam on this as well, right?
Yeah, so the webcam on this, we not only have some new software features where it can do face tracking and manage the audio and the microphones by the camera, but it also is better in low light. So something that we continuously strive to improve year over year is the low light performance on the camera.
So this is the X1 Carbon, and if you're due for an upgrade, you might want to bug your boss about this one. It's a great looking machine.